Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
One as they did back, so they actually don't know where he is right now. And so this is actually a huge boon. They're going to come over here and find out. Lehen's going to play bodyguard.
I think Lehens has to be very careful here, and as I say that, I think he might just die. He is extremely low, but they don't want to push into the Nidalee, but in goes Owner, and his first blood for Faker, as now trying to turn this one around is Gen.G, but they only have two people. They're trying to take down Keria. Tons of damage between these two, and in fact, Keria will be run down as he doesn't have Flash anymore as well, and both of the supports get punished.
Yeah, it's a kill going over.
Yeah, and both of these AD carries about to start picking up some turret plates here. We'll see how this does go as Keen on the Cassante, no exhaust anymore, and there's three people down, but Canyon has made his way down here as well, trying to stop the dive, and this is very dangerous against a Cassante. And look at Keen just getting away from the Q, and Keria is just left for dead. He's just gone. There's nothing that Guma and Owner can do about it, just a failed dive from T1.
Yeah, and look at the top lane. Pace is getting pressure on
T1 started
those.
to gain a lead, but this time Gen.G are getting it started much earlier with some very nice map plays just to move around and get as much gold onto Paze as possible, honestly. They're like, okay, we want to get him the plates. We're going to send Canyon down bot so that Keen is safe, and it just gets your gold in the right places. Meanwhile, trying to get a little bit extra as Faker in a rough spot, but he will be able to just dash away as he is the zero.
That's more plates for Paze, you know, +1. Crazy stuff as Paze left alone for a moment here. Difficult to punish, though. He has Barrier Flash and, of course, his ultimate, and he'll clear this wave quickly enough.
Actually going to get a hook there, but doesn't quite matter. As you mentioned, Zeri pretty annoying to deal with and pretty difficult to dive, especially when she has that wave clear. As it does look like, you know, Zeus is still going to be able to put on some pressure up in that top lane, at least. And so T1 have that lane going well for them, but everything else not so great as Gen.G are really punishing them, trying to get in here, but now it's actually Canyon who's going to get Feathers dragged back, and now Pace is in a lot of trouble. Barrier not going to help him out as T1 call the bluff on the bottom side and come up big.
Finally, T1 are able to make this bottom side play work. They get Canyon first and turn on to Pace. Choice, and the Pace is just left out to dry. Lehens can do nothing to assist. He used his combo just moments before.
Trying to make a play up here on the top side. That spear looks like it missed, but it might not matter. Zeus is extremely low, does flash the wall. Remember, Keen doesn't have his flash, but he's Cassante just goes through the wall and takes him down.
How do you like this mobility creep? I don't need flash. You said it, Valdez. He doesn't need flash. He doesn't want that.
Cassante is it's an enigma. He does whatever he wants. Meanwhile, though, T1 are getting this bottom turret, so there is that.
Yeah, Chovy's been taking all the farm in mid. Pace has been trying to get farm in bottom. I think we might have to have a little switcheroo on that as this turret goes down. Will be the first turret going to T1, so we maintain the
pick as well. You remember like the 1v4 play from him. That's the one that always stands out in my mind. And, you know, he picked it in game one. Looked great on it. Well, maybe
in the
not.
end,
Maybe not great, yeah. Did get a vote in the POG. Lehens does have Unbreakable Will, but he doesn't want to use it. He's going to really try to save it until the very end, and he's just going to die instead.
Well, I mean,
okay,
it's a long cooldown.
Yeah. Not as long as Flash.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Trading flashes with Faker, calculated?
I mean, look, there's not much saving that one, unfortunately, for Lehens, but he has Hex Flash. They're going to get a turret, it looks like the inner here, in trade for this. It's Chemtech Soul, so, you know, I mean, losing a dragon doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah. There are a decent amount of shields in this game, but they're small shields. I feel like the percentage game is not going to help out too much.
The tenacity will feel pretty good for T1's comp, I would say.
You got some healing for the Nidalee?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're trying to get an engage going on. Owner here is in a bit of trouble, and this Alistar's getting some huge dividends. Lehens actually saving that Unbreakable Will. Doesn't actually do anything. Meanwhile, Keen is in the base. He is in T1's base, and he does not care. And he's going to fight under the turret. Look at this. What is happening here?
Doesn't have his exhaust back, so can't actually turn this into a kill, but there's been a little bit of Gen.G accidentally going into enemy teams' bases recently, and this one goes a lot better than what happened with Paze.
Okay, well that was, yeah, that wasn't it, and he might die, as now he doesn't have a dash. Here's Owner trying to save him, and you know what? Maybe we'll be able to, as now it's just Owner going to give his life for him. Nearly takes out Canyon, one hit. Might have done it, but yeah, that was a cover your eyes moment, as now T1 trying to close the gap here on a Canyon. as they did go pretty deep for that kill, but it's just trade of kills, and meanwhile you're losing your top turret and your mid turret.
And you got teleport out of Zeus, and you had to make this teleport happen to go bottom side to trade a kill, but maybe you should have just been, I don't want to say happy with the L.
Ezreal, it's 80 carries that are OP, he's a fantastic Zeri player, etc. But in this game, it might just be a little bit of Cassante, Keen, and
there's that ward on the Baron. Owner's clearing some vision here, but Gen.G just has so much control. There isn't a great choice to make. And now Faker is finally going to go up here and maybe start to threaten this top turret. It's very healthy.
There's a lot of pings on Baron right now from the blue team, making me a bit worried.
I just don't think you can. I mean, Zeus has TP. We can come over there and maybe help you turn. But again, I mean, Faker went Nashor's Tooth and now is itemizing, you know, he went for the Seeker's Arm Guard. So it's not like he's sitting on a Leandri's Nashor's worth of Baron damage right now. So I just don't think it's reasonable. They can maybe really difficult for them to actually go into a team fight where somebody gets caught and then turn it after they lose someone, because their team comp is reliant on all the pieces working together. And once again, they're just going to put two solo laners in the same lane to get a turret. Like, Gen.G does this. They're like, no, it's solo lane, it's a duo lane, we actually get the turret. The double TP to Baron, calling your bluff.
Yeah, and this is what it will force, but Gen.G are okay with that because they push their lead even farther, and they say, okay, we won't have TP, but we don't necessarily need it. And now it's actually Owner who's kind of getting corralled out of this one, as, of course, Zeus held on to his TP. So T1 have teleport advantage, but what does it get you, you know, from behind? That's really what T1 needs to figure out right now.
Yeah, and Gen.G are saying, you want Chemtech bottom, we're all top, we double TP, you have no vision here. Kennen can't teleport anywhere topside here. Keen is holding the door here, misses the engage there, Keria, and Gen.G looking to turn.
Yeah, they want to fight. And here we go, level 16, Cassante. That's a huge amount of damage from the Xayah and Kennen, as Exhaust going to be used. Keria trying to punish, not going to catch him. And so Keen kind of finding out the amount of damage that T1 does have when they engage, but now Lehens gets in there, and Owner in a bit of a rough spot as in goes Faker. He is going to get the drop on a pace as they throw everything into the Zeri. That is a huge catch, but now Faker will go down, and Lehens is kiting this one out, and he will be able to headbutt to potentially survive as well. Look at the health bars here on Zeus and Keria. They are so low, and they're getting poked out, and there's not much they can do except run from here.
Yeah, Zeus, no flash here, really tough to make anything happen. Gumayusi is really the main character here. If T1 were ever to get something done here, might even try to look for a backstop. He's going to blast cone in.
Okay, he's going in. Didn't think that Cassante was nearby, and well, he found out that he was, and now he's dead. Flash is gone, and Keen still doesn't need flash because he's Cassante.
I mean, it was so close to being that team standing by. You just didn't have the right read. There's no Baron take, but it will be Gen.G getting soul point here. And every little bit helps. I mean, all the extra healing, the extra tenacity with
their
small
own jungle, which was just pinged, by the way.
Yep.
And they're just going to start Baron. And they can 2-mana with Corki and Italy, and then eventually have the rest of the team come over, and there's just zero vision. I mean, T1, they're just going to have to send it, but they're too late. They're backing.
You can't even engage on Lehens. He's got ult, he's got flash. Like, Owner is just going to push that top turret, which has been alive and it's basically full health for the whole time. Bounty's now up. No bottom turret to push on the opposite side of the map. T1 almost checkmated in this game, it feels like.
Uh-oh, the Xayah gets engaged on. There's the Featherstorm. That's early, as now Lehens. Faker looking for it, just going on a crazy raceway. I don't even know what that was. Meanwhile, Owner goes down, and Lehens is going to find another one. Finds the Kennen here. Nice Zhonya's, actually. A lot of damage into Pace, who will go down. And that might actually stop the push for now.
That kind of saves the inhibitor, may have saved the game, because if they end up losing more people there.
They're sticking around, though.
Yeah, Guma, no ult.
Oh my god! What was that?
Bye-bye!
What was that damage?
I mean, that's some big Corki damage right there.
Was there a spear in that as well? There had to have been.
I think there was, yeah. And the RFC, i.e. everything hurts.
Well, the game might just be over now.
It is now, I think.
They fake back, and Faker's down. Zhonya's can only save you so many times, and that spear is going to land, and that might just be GG, as with the Baron. Rival Baron power play push coming on in. They're looking to end this game, and Gen.G, they almost lost the game today, but they did not. And in the end of the day, it is a relatively clean 2-0 win over T1, as they're playing with their food, who is Owner right now.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
okay.
See you on the next one.